On the news tonight, schools seek knowledge in broadcasting industry, take children to media house. JAMB expresses readiness to collaborate with higher institutions willing to admit candidates of 16 years old. Good evening and welcome to NTA Ijebu-Ode News at 7. My name is Anthony Gandonu. Now the news in details. Issues surrounding the proposed tax reform bills centered discussion at an interactive session between Senate Committee on Finance and Management of the Federal Inland Revenue Service. Amina Seidu reports that top on the issues is the proposed renaming of the Federal Inland Revenue Service to be known as the Nigerian Revenue Service. The report.
The four bills are the Nigeria Tax Bill, the Nigeria Tax Administration Act Amendment Bill, the Nigeria Revenue Service Bill, and the Joint Revenue Board Establishment Bill. When passed, it is expected to, among other things, help harmonize the multiple tax laws in the country. Chairman Federal Inland Revenue Service Zach Adedeji explained that the proposed tax bills will not lead to introduction of new taxes or increase existing ones, assuring the committee that it only seeks to promote transparency in revenue collection.
In order to be effective and efficient, we need to bring this to modernization. Another rationale is to simplify laws and ensure synergy across revenue collection agencies.
Chairman Senate Committee on Finance Sani Musa says tax reforms, which is crucial on government's agenda, requires constructive input from stakeholders.
As a committee, when we set a target, it's not just enough. If you are going to add, do more, we expect, don't just stop at the target we give you. We expect that you exceed the target we have given to you. So we will want to see that you bring something more than what we have targeted for you at the end of the year. And with that, we'll be able to support the bills that you are presenting to give you more powers.
Members express concern but hope that the reforms will yield greater results for the country.
After harmonizing and simplifying all these things, do you have any intention of redistributing, let's say in the case of VAT, the distribution of VAT as it is now? There's nothing like that.
You're not charging any new tax. Nobody's paying any new tax. That is the fundamental thing we're living here with. That these reforms are not going to impose additional tax on anybody. That is clear.
The proposed bills seek to broaden the mandate in the management of the nation's revenue base. From the National Assembly, Amina Seidu, NTA News.
The House of Representatives Committee on Ecology is advocating for the effective utilization of ecological funds to address environmental degradation, which has continued to threaten the existence of communities across the country. The Deputy Chairman of the Ecological Funds Committee of the House of Representatives, Shina Oyedeji, made the remarks during an on-the-spot assessment of gully erosion sites in Ogun State. Hakim Jimo has details.
Members of the House of Representatives Committee on Ecology who were conducted around the flood-prone areas and gully erosion sites in Ogun State by the Commissioner for Environment, Ola Oresoya, visited sites at Isheri and Ijebu-Ode areas, lamenting the rate of devastation done to those areas. They decried inadequate utilization of disbursed ecological funds, promising to liaise with the federal government to address the recurring natural disaster in Ogun State.
We do not have any other alternative but to take this message back to the federal government, to say to the government that there's a need for us to rise to these challenges we have indeed seen for ourselves. Very devastating. We work with you and we make sure that the federal government do the right thing and change the way and the approach through which we use the ecological fund that is available for us in Nigeria.
Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun blamed the cause of the erosion on mining activities and climate change.
I would like to implore you to talk to the respective agencies who monitor the mining, because now we can work together, and prevention is better than cure. So that if we can even stop these things happening in the first instance, it limits the devastation that our people suffer.
They cautioned residents to desist from dumping refuse along waterways. In Abeokuta, Hakeem Jimo, NTA News.
Now to education matters. Students and pupils of Happy Day International Schools embarked on a tour to NTA Ijebu-Ode to gain valuable insights in the practical aspects of broadcasting. Zainab Okpeniyi reports that it was an exciting moment for the students as they observed clearly what production and transmission entails in a television broadcasting.
Accompanied by their teachers, students and pupils of Happy Day schools received a warm welcome from NTA Ijebu-Ode staffs, who provided a comprehensive overview of the station's activities to the young learners. Administrative officer Mr. Gbadeyan Kehinde and Mrs. Olaosebikan Mojisola guided the students through various departments, explaining activities and functions of each department. Engineer Tope Ajayi analyzed the transmission processes, which gives opportunity for smooth viewing.
With the aid of that audio mixer and video console, we give us signal.
Filled with enthusiasm, some of the students who shared their thoughts said the excursion did not only provide a practical experience in broadcasting, but also sparked their interest in journalism.
I learned that they will pass out information from the control room to the viewers at home.
I learned many things because there's many rooms in NTA Ijebu-Ode, like editing rooms, news rooms. There's many kind of rooms.
I experienced many things. Like I was happy because I saw many things I've never seen before.
Highlighting the significance of the tour, the teachers advised parents and guardians to provide similar opportunities for their wards.
Well, my advice is adventure and to explore is part of education, not just in the classroom, but you know your environment.
It has a lot of benefits. Like you can see the pupils and the students, they've seen a lot. They've learned the rooms, they're just seeing it on the TV, but now they have seen it physically now. So it has more benefits to them.
The tour provided a deeper understanding of broadcasting as well as media's impact in the society. In Ijebu-Ode, Zainab Okpeniyi, NTA News.
Still on education, in its bid to explore broadcasting world as well again practical experience in television production and transmission, Counted Generation International Schools Ijebu-Ode embarked on an educational trip to NTA Ijebu-Ode. Zainab Okpeniyi again reports.
Led by their tutors, students and pupils of Counted Generation International Schools, Adeola Odutola Road, Ijebu-Ode, embarked on an educational trip to NTA Ijebu-Ode to have the feeling of television broadcasting environment. Experience provided the visitors a behind-the-scenes process in television broadcasting and transmission. During the trip, NTA staffs not only guided the students and the pupils, but also provided the young learners comprehensive explanations on various departments, their operations and facilities used to make their operations seamless.
Inventing. Transmitter is a machine that receives audio and video, process the audio and video, and produce signal.
The enthusiastic students and the pupils shared their experiences and newfound knowledge.
I learned about the tiers of government in NTA, the community station, the zonal station, and they have the control room
control room is the combination of the audio and the video.
In the finance room, I learned that any money coming from any place in the company goes to the finance room.
One of the tutors, Mrs. Blessing Irogo, who described the trip as an invaluable learning experience, added that it is also part of the school's policy to annually expose the students, the pupils, and even the teachers to practical experiences to bridge the gap between theory and practical outside the four walls of the classroom.
It's a good thing. I really enjoyed everything here. I enjoyed the way they took us to the different departments, the marketing and the news room. Everything is fun.
The trip concluded with beaming faces, sparked curiosity and inspiration for future broadcasting careers of the students and pupils. In Ijebu-Ode, Zainab Okpeniyi, NTA News.
Similarly, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, says it has decided to allow willing institutions to admit candidates who will be 16 years old by the 31st of August 2025, so long as the standards set by the institution qualify such candidates but couldn't be admitted into only because of age. A statement by JAMB's Head of Public Affairs, Fabian Suji, says the effort is to ensure quality. He added that any institution that insists on its 16 years being within the year 2024 is completely free to do so. By these developments, institutions are requested to harvest from CAPS and send the list of candidates who will be 16 years of age between 1st of January and 31st of August 2025 who are eligible for admission not later than a week from the date of this pronouncement to enable final decision. It will be recalled that the issue of minimum age for admission in the national tertiary institutions was deliberated and decided at the 2024 policy meeting. Journalists have been charged to always uphold the principles of transparency, accountability, accuracy, objectivity, and in-depth analysis of news reporting while discharging their duties to remain relevant in today's high competitive world. A university don, Dr. Ademolu Okuneye, stated this while delivering the maiden NUJ NTA Abeokuta lecture with the theme Objectivity in News Reporting, Citizens' Expectations from Journalists. Yemi Dalimon completes the package.
During the lecture, Dr. Ademolu Okuneye of the Department of Mass Communication, Krishna University, Abeokuta, and a retired Deputy Director News of the NTA stressed the need for journalists to attract more traffic to their media houses by being objective in their reportage, as the citizens expect more accurate, truthful, and balanced reports from them. Dr. Okuneye charged media practitioners to be more responsive to the yearnings of the citizens by remaining impartial, and remember that meeting the timely information need of the citizens is responsible for the continuous proliferation of the social media.
Influence behavioral pattern. We influence development. This reporter must actually dress up, especially in a way to encourage viewership, as we could witness concerning TV, or readership when it comes to print, or even patronage on social media or digital platform. Your inability to actually be objective must be complemented by other factors that could actually make many to watch.
When it comes to objectivity, I think that is the hallmark of the profession. Yes, we can take our news reportage, we can do it from any angle, but that word objectivity to serve as something like a fulcrum.
In another lecture which focuses on alternative sources of income for media practitioners, the guest lecturer, Comrade Ayo Jimmy, General Manager of Konga TV and FM, charged journalists to think outside the traditional norms and explore business opportunities leveraging on their various connections.
The only extra thing you can do is agriculture, that you can practice freely without fear of litigation. So that kind of limits media workers to how far they can go trying other businesses. But they can't stop your money from working for you.
As part of our programs, after the inauguration, we say that we are going to bring up programs that will refresh us, where we can cross-fertilize ideas. We bring our leaders, our seniors that can come and talk to us, reminding us of what we do and how we need to do it. And that's what we are doing today.
The highlight of the event was the recognition of a former leader in the chapel, Comrade Kemi Orunchulu Sikiru, who transferred her service from the NTA to a federal tertiary health institution for her enduring legacies to the chapel and the organization as a whole. In Abeokuta, Yemi Dalemo, NTA News.
You are still watching NTA Ijebu-Ode News at 7. More to come after this break. Please stay tuned.
Download the Glow Cafe app today. You see here, you get everything all in one. So if you love music, you love Glow Cafe with a music catalog of over 2 million tracks. And if live radio is your thing, say no more. Just hit play and enjoy on Glow Cafe. Welcome to Total Control, so you can recharge or buy bundle, borrow data, and credit sharing and gifting. You've got all that too. You also get extra value with our range of value-added services on the Glow Cafe app. Watch all the action with Glow Cafe's exclusive range of video. Glow Cafe's got it all. And when it comes to gaming, we ain't playing around with Africa's gaming collection. And the best part, you get free activation bonus. So download the Glow Cafe app on Google Play or the App Store.
Glow Unlimited. You are welcome back. The news continue. In its plan to build a strong base for farm mechanization, Osun State Government is in talk with Machine Tools Limited in Osogbo to domesticate production and maintenance of tractors. Governor Ademola Adeleke announced this when he met stakeholders in the agriculture sector in Osogbo, the Osun State capital. Femi Afariogun has the details.
At a special event to mark World Food Day, Governor Adeleke outlined his administration's ongoing efforts to boost agricultural productivity and ensure food stability for Osun citizens. These efforts include recent procurement of 31 new tractors, provision of 1,000 hectares of land in each of the 30 local government areas of Osun State for special incubation farming for young entrepreneurs. The governor, who recently visited a livestock conference in France, said he was able to secure partnership to introduce innovative farming practices to train young farmers with a particular focus on cashew and rice production in Osun State.
We are building an agro-based, export-oriented state economy that will secure food security, expand food access to our people, and provide jobs to our teeming youth. I want to assure our farmers our commitment to mechanization and innovation.
Stakeholders commended the governor for grading of rural roads to ensure transportation of farm produce.
The Ministry of Agriculture recently trained youth, women, and people with disabilities in pig production and gave them piglets, working tools, feeds, and stipends to kickstart their business.
The theme for 2024 World Food Day is the right to food for a better life and better future. In Osogbo, Femi Afariogun, NTA News.
That ends the news at 7 from me. Good evening. Let's wait for Idowu Ogunbajo for another interesting package in Yoruba version. Good evening.
Ọ̀gbẹ́ni lálòdé. Dídé lásán sí lọ.
ọmọ ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jẹ́ rechargeable van níbi ìpolongo àjọyọ̀ ayọ̀ Glo ni o. èèyàn mi ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jẹ́ sewing machine látọwọ́ Glo ni ṣé fẹ́ máa gbọ́ṣẹ́ Glo.
ẹ wo ẹ̀bùn ńlá tí mo jẹ lọ́wọ́ Glo.
náà ló ṣe yìí o. ẹ ṣe.
èmi náà ti jẹ gbogbo kọ́lẹ́jẹ̀wọlé kọ́lẹ́jẹ̀wọlé o. ẹ káàbọ̀ sájọ̀dún Glo Festival of Joy testa 611# láti darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn kó o sì kó nínú àwọn ẹ̀bùn yìí ní ti ayẹyẹ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan nílé ayé ọmọ ẹ̀dẹ́yàn Glo nìkan ló lè ṣe é.
ọ̀gá landlord ẹ̀yin náà wọ́n rí gbẹ̀mí náà débẹ̀ ẹ̀yin náà lọ recharge Glo.
ìfilọ́lẹ̀ Glo Festival of Joy